Good morning, everyone. My name is Stephanie Egharevba. I am a very proud Nigerian woman, and I have a physical disability, so I use the wheelchair for mobility. And I'm the Diversity and Inclusion Lead at the Mastercard Foundation Youth Advisory Council. And I'm a dark-skinned woman with short, natural hair. And I'm currently putting on a green blazer and a black inner and black pants. So it feels good to be here. So our technology, two tools that assist me with my daily, day-to-day activities are my wheelchair and technology. So my wheelchair makes mobility and movement easy. And the wheelchair gives me agency to not be dependent on anybody, to move from one place to another. So I'm independent. I can go where I want, when I want, and however I want to go. And even if there is a barrier, I still know that I don't have to think of moving from one place to another with the wheelchair. So another is the technology. So for technology, I'm talking about my phone, my laptop, and stuff like that. So the technology bridges the gap between the physical and the digital. So through the technology, I lead teams, I make impact, I push the disability inclusion advocacy far, and yes, I use it to preach the disability advocacy gospel very much. So one challenge I would say that I face with these tools is for the wheelchair, we all know that inaccessible space would be the challenge. So let me paint a picture in your head. A young person with disability who wants to open a bank account or have access to a loan, but then they get to the physical branch of the bank, and then they are met with a staircase, a footstep. That in itself is already discouraging. That in itself is already exhausting. And then they manage to get inside the bank, and then the counter is taller than them. And then they're looking at the counter like this, and then they're like this, and it can be very, very intimidating sometimes. And then they finally get attended to, and then just imagine this person with disability is actually visually impaired. Then they're not able to read the application form. So that in itself is a challenge. And then what's my solution is, let's learn to build accessible spaces. And by accessible spaces, I don't mean you already built a staircase that you're not carrying plank and wood, putting it on the staircase. You're not carrying plank and wood, they're putting it as a ramp. No, it doesn't work. You build it from the onset, you build it from the core, you build it from you embed it in the design. That is building accessible space. And then for the digital spaces, you make sure that your mobile apps are very accessible for the visually impaired people and for the hearing impaired people. You make sure that the app is easy to use, the language there is easy to read, is easy to understand, so that nobody will get excluded even before they even start using the services or start using the systems. So with that, thank you so much. And my quote will be, disability is not the problem. Design is the problem. And if we work on the design, we will not leave anybody behind. Thank you so much.